Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we're going to be reviewing the Pacifica Select. This is an affordable minivan. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Large Miller Dodge Ram Jeep Chrysler here in Sandy for giving me some time with this Pacifica. Link to the website in the description down below. Link to my car buying guide as well. Let's get into it. Under the hood we have a 3.6 liter V6 that goes through a 9-speed. Fuel economy is 19 around town and then 28 in the highway, with power outputs being 287 horsepower and then 262 pound-feet of torque. Now before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you need some more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now taking a look at the hood, you guys can see here how you've got that divot there in the center and then popping down below. Really cool with the headlight design of the Pacifica. And then you notice there's little chrome accents throughout, including the Chrysler logo, but there's the front end. Now our tire wheel setup is 235 by 65 by 17 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels, nice silver trim. Blacked out mirror caps, you got more silver trim around the windows as well. And there's the side. Now this leads us to the key fob, where we've got our lock and unlock function, the opening for the hatch, remote start, the opening for the doors as well. Pop open the hatch first. Also Chrysler logo there in the back. Now with the Pacifica, you've got the stow and go setup. So you can see you've got tons of storage space here in the rear with the third row folded down. Got these straps to pull it up. And they make it pretty simple with the whole mechanism. Third row passengers do get some cup holders. And then you can fit adults in the third row. That's one of the big benefits of a minivan, is they're just more spacious. And then you have this that adds to the practicality as well. When you're all done, I forgot the buttons inside, right there, and that will lower the hatch right back down. And then really cool with the light bar design here on the back end as well. Parking sensors there at the bottom, but there's the rest of the rear. And now let's pop inside. So, automatic door. And we've got nice seats even on this package. We're gonna move this to the side here. Legroom, again, it's good. Got a little storage pocket. We've got some USB ports here for the back passengers, which is always nice. Nice stitching on the armrest. And then we do have our own climate zone here in the rear. It's just up there for the controls. And then you do have vents throughout the top. And now this leads us up front, where we've got soft touch here down below as well. All of our window controls, all of them are automatic, by the way. Mirror adjustment, memory seat function, blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. And then here's the front seat. All of our adjustments on the side is power. Nice stitching here on the dash. Got all of your light controls too. The steering wheel is also manually adjustable. Now here's a quick look at the steering wheel, soft touch all around. You got the stitching on the center. Radio controls on the back of the steering wheel. A bunch of practical controls in front, including for the center there. You've got your voice command phone controls. Adaptive cruise control here on the other side as well. Regular stocks here on the back. And look at this gauge cluster with the blue lighting. Pretty cool looking overall. You can scroll through and see different bits of info on systems than the car. Backup camera in reverse. Trajectory lines turn with the steering wheel. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, quick response time. It takes a second for some of the stuff to load up. But it does have dual zone climate and heated seats, which is nice. And heated steering wheel as well. Some physical controls down below. So for the radio, for example, parking sensors, lane departure, dual zone climate as well. Transmission select, got your parking brake, some more USBs, and then little storage cubby. Here, more storage in this area. It's kind of like a big open center console type concept. Nice stitching across the dash, and then pretty good glove box. Regular rear view mirror, and then no sunroof with this. So here's our window sticker for the Pacifica Select. $44,145 is the total MSRP, and let's see how it performs. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Just put the hood, both the mirrors, do a blind spot ring. There's the rear, and minivan away. And let me tell you, I am dangerously close to having one of these in my life. Give it a year, I bet. I bet there will be one in the driveway. Oh, well, as I was saying before the GoPro decided to die, it did its famous battery drain where it'll basically go from 30 or 40% straight to 0. Don't know why, but it's a thing. So hopefully we can cap off this review before it dies again. I got my little charging cable in here though, so it should be manageable. Now, minivans are nice for a number of reasons. You know, first off, storage space is a huge plus, right? I showed that in the walk around. And then people space, another plus. They just feel nice and open. You don't feel claustrophobic at all. And I think these little windows here on the side help out too. Kind of just making it feel just a tad bit more open, which is nice. And then they're comfortable. And the suspension over bumps is nice. It handles it all pretty darn well. You know, they're unibody, right? So this is a car, independent suspension front and rear. But it's a long wheelbase car. And so that's why the handling is so nice with these minivans. And they're low to the ground too. So makes getting in and out easy, but also makes the handling better. And just the general comfort, right? The higher you are off the ground, you know, more rocking around you're gonna get. So this is definitely nice being a little bit lower to the ground. Now, aside from that, like I said, visibility in this is solid. And I like the materials they use in these Pacificas, because this is stuff that's gonna hold up well over the long term. It's a little bit more basic. It's not like sumptuous leather, but it's what you want in a vehicle that's gonna get messy with kids and all of that. You don't want necessarily to have the nicest materials on the planet. And then the acceleration with this V6 is pretty good. Chrysler also makes a hybrid version, but it's plug-in hybrid. But the V6 is solid. I think it's decent fuel economy for a bigger vehicle. So, not a bad setup at all. I want to get another acceleration for you guys, but man, this traffic. Terrific traffic. I know I'm being sarcastic, but yeah. It's one of those things where, well, that time's not right. I think it's like almost 4 o'clock. So everyone's getting out of work, probably. They're all trying to make it back in time. Okay, we should be able to slide in here now. Got all the Draper moms out of the way. And pretty good power. Again, it's not a horsepower or torque monster by any means, but it does get up and move. So, not too shabby. So let's sum things up here with this Pacifica. Doesn't have all-wheel drive, which you also can get in the Pacificas. You can get all-wheel drive with the V6, which is nice. Sadly, I'm pretty sure the hybrid, yeah, it's not all-wheel drive with the hybrid. It's just front-wheel drive, but that's fine, right? That's fine. But with this setup, it's smooth, and you know, you put the right tires on this, and you don't need all-wheel drive. It's always the other thing. It's crazy how well minivans handle, like compared to SUVs, because it's low to the ground. Really does make a substantial difference. And this is reasonably priced for the features it has. I mean, you know, you're talking about mid-40s for, look at this. This is a vehicle, 3 rows, and it's got a V6 engine. It's got heated seats. It's got, you know, all those aren't real leather. It's got these leather seats. So it's got a lot of nice features. Again, what I would say, excuse me, what I would say is a pretty reasonable price point. So overall, Pacifica is a solid minivan, and I think that Chrysler does a good job on the entry level with the minivans, where they offer quite a few features at a reasonable price point. And you know, there's usually some discounts on these, so you can even get it at even less money, especially when compared to Toyota. My goodness, those Siennas nowadays, all of them are like over 50 grand that I see pop into the dealership, even 60 grand nowadays. And so, and for a 4-cylinder, it's a hybrid, which is nice, but still, minivan prices have gotten out of hand with some minivans. Let me know what you guys think about the Pacifica here, but I think this Select package is nice. It pretty much is like the give you all the features that you need with nothing that you don't need type deal.